Today is the day a lot of people kind of getting their bearings in the new year, back to work, back to the routines after the holidays. So it's nice that we have a little breather from the weather. We can just focus on that stuff and not a bunch of other weather issues.
Right. I would say for most of this week, Thursday, I know we've been talking about some snow showers, but overall for this week, pretty quiet. All things considered, kind of a mix of sun and clouds depending on the day, depending on your location, kind of like today. Whereas yesterday, almost all of us here in Maine were kind of stuck into those overcast clouds. Today, southern Maine was able to see some more sunshine, but northern Maine still saw some of that cloud cover kind of hanging tough throughout the day today. And that's going to be a similar theme over the next couple of days as well. I'm jumping right into the hour by hour because we do have a lot to talk about this weekend, but we have to get through the rest of the week first. So I would say throughout the day, Tuesday and Wednesday, northern Maine will kind of be stuck with those extra clouds, whereas we'll have more clear skies closer to the coast. But as we get into Wednesday, more of us will start to build into cloud cover all over the state. And that's because we have a bit of a disturbance approaching for the day on Thursday. And that's just a little cold front that's going to be coming through very early on Thursday morning. So throughout the day, Wednesday, that's where we'll have that building cloud cover. And then there's that cold front that's going to come through on Thursday. Now, there isn't a ton of moisture with this cold front, so we're not going to see a lot of precipitation besides a couple of snow showers here and there. You can see just kind of throughout the day on Thursday, it's just some on and off snow showers. Could have a snow squall here going through, and this is Thursday at 3 p.m. But overall, most of us are going to stay dry throughout the day Thursday, so it's just going to be a more cloudy day with the chance of those snow showers. And then later in the day Thursday, we clear out pretty quickly, which sets us up for a very sunny day on Friday, but it is going to be a bit on the chilly side and a bit on the windy side there as well. So something we're really going to notice with that cold front going through Thursday is our wind direction is going to change to much more northerly, and we're also going to pick up in wind speeds as well. I would say Thursday night and throughout the day on Friday could have gusts up to 30 miles per hour or so, especially in the mountains and right along the coastline. And then as we get into the weekend, that cold weather is going to stay, but we will die down a little bit in terms of the wind. Now, we are going to have a pretty active pattern. So this was a storm that went through earlier in the week that goes offshore. Then we have another system that the cold front is going to phase with, but it's going to be much too late for us to see really any precipitation with that. So most of this system will be offshore. But then we have our third system. So we'll have this blocking high up to our north, and this system is going to be what I'm talking about for the weekend, which is going to give us possibly the best chance we've had for snow, especially in southern Maine, as we've gone over the course of the winter so far. So right now, the European model is much more progressive with this system versus the American model, or the GFS model, gives much more of Maine some snow. So we're watching kind of the two of these models to see kind of how they're going to compare, where the GFS has a lot more snow for all of us in general, and the European model is a bit more offshore. So we're going to be watching this one very closely over the next couple of days, because I know personally I'm excited to see some snow here in Portland. Seas 1 foot, water at 41 degrees. So up until the weekend, things are pretty quiet. A couple of snow showers throughout the day on Thursday. Wednesday, overall, we'll start to build in some more cloud cover. Things clear out for Friday. And then the weekend is pretty quiet up until Sunday. Brian and Amanda, I know I'm excited for this storm, for the possibility of some snow. So we'll be watching in the weather office very closely to see what we're looking at for the weekend.
Yeah, it's the season we expected. It's fair to be excited.
Yeah, I think I'm ready.
In April, we'll chat again.
Yeah,
but for now, you're in the clear.
I'm eating my words for some snow excitement.
All right, Dana, thank you very much.